Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we've got 5 quick and easy tips for you to implement a little bit more personal privacy into your daily browsing activities. Now, I'm sure that especially if you've been watching this channel and following along with our blog, you're a little bit more conscious of what you post on social media now than you may have been before. But what about the things that are a little bit harder to control, like your privacy settings? That's what we're going to be diving into today. So our first tip to easily protect your privacy online is to disable location services. Now, it might seem kind of weird, but your phone knows a lot about where you are at all times of the day if you keep the settings on default. So going in and disabling some of those location services, especially for the apps that really don't need it, can be a huge plus in the world of personal privacy. Now, some apps like a weather app or obviously a GPS app needs your location information to really fully work. But social networking sites like Twitter and Facebook might really not need them. Have you ever noticed sometimes on Twitter where you'll see a location posted underneath a user's tweet or maybe your own? That isn't super necessary, and especially if you are somebody who's concerned with personal privacy, you might want to make sure that that is turned off to protect yourself. Second tip is to be careful on public Wi-Fi. Now, we live in sort of this remote working world. More people than ever are working remotely, either working from home or from a co-working space or a coffee shop or wherever it is in the world that they are able to get their work done. And that's one of the amazing things about living in this day and age, but it also brings about some personal privacy concerns. Now, in addition to guarding your physical space, making sure that no one's standing right behind you as you're typing up a confidential document, maybe investing in a screen blocker or shader, maybe putting on a webcam cover to make sure that nobody is watching you while you work. There are also some things that you might want to think about when it comes to Wi-Fi networks. So typically, offices and co-working spaces have pretty secure internet connections. You can always talk to an admin or a tech person at your job or your co-working space to get their opinion on it. But if you're working from, the local Starbucks or the local library or somewhere where a lot of people are going to be accessing that Wi-Fi network, you want to be careful. You especially want to be careful with things like online banking or financial documents or very confidential work information. You probably are best to get those things done at home on your secure network. Or you can use our third tip and use a VPN. So a VPN, or a virtual private network, essentially allows for safer, more secure browsing on the web. It does a couple of key things. Number one, it masks your IP address, which an IP address, you can kind of think of it as a virtual social security number for your computer. It's not something that just anyone should necessarily have access to, and it also encrypts your data. So encryption makes it a little bit more secure and basically helps to ensure that only the person who's receiving that file or that message is receiving it. And then additional people or entities can't really tap into it. So a virtual private network is something that we definitely recommend if you travel a lot or if you do work remotely a lot. Now, speaking of encryption, making sure to use encrypted messaging is really important in today's day and age as well. The good news is a lot of your favorite messaging apps already use encryption, like iMessage, WhatsApp, and Signal. So again, encryption just helps ensure that only the person who's intended to read the message reads the message, and there's not any additional third parties or people viewing your personal information. This, as you know, is super important to keep in mind because you don't want just anyone reading your messages. And the truth is, we are often messaging through our phones nowadays. We're not picking up the phone to call our friends or our family members or our colleagues every day. We're often just typing to them through an app, and that can leave a paper trail. So you want to be mindful of that. And our last tip for protecting your privacy online is use a reputation monitoring tool like Marple. Our app gives you an inside look at what exactly other people see when they search for your name online. We take a look at search results and send you a notification whenever we see new results pop up about your name, or you can even choose to use, your business name or a phrase about your business or an email address. And we'll let you know when those things pop up so you can take a look, Make sure that they're accurate, swipe and mark them negative or positive, and even report them to Google for removal if something malicious is out there. This is incredibly important because as secure as you keep your own data and you make sure that you use the right Wi-Fi networks and change your password regularly and do all the things you're supposed to do, sometimes things that you can't control pop up on the web, and it's important to really take control of those things. In addition to regular search results, we also take a look at image and video search results, which are hugely important as well. So you can rest assured knowing that your personal data and your personal privacy is being looked after. Best thing is Marple is free to join, so you can go ahead and sign up at marple.app, or we'll leave a link in the description box if you want to check it out. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to leave us a thumbs up if this video was helpful for you. You can also subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. We post every single week, and we'll talk to you in the next one.